What's up YouTube? Dougie Chong here. Welcome to today's episode where I'll be talking about Facebook stock. So today's video we'll be looking at Facebook stock. I know it's called Meta now, but to me it'll always be Facebook. I made a video about this stock back in April, so we'll be looking at what has changed in this stock since then. Alright, let's look at the financials. In the past 6 months, it is down a whopping 50%. This is from already low levels of around $200. I thought that $200 was pretty low and did unfortunately buy quite a few shares at this higher price. The 1-year chart shows the stock is down about 70%, which is absolutely crazy for such a big stock. Now let's look at the 3 main reasons why the stock is down so big. One is that the overall market trend, all the big tech stock companies are down now. Number 2 is new data regulation changes. And 3 is that they're putting way too much money into investing in the metaverse. To start off, even if Facebook, the company, was doing everything right, it would be very tough to shake off the overall poor market conditions right now. The higher interest rates make it harder for the company to borrow money, and other companies are spending less money on things like Facebook ads as they are tightening their budgets. The only tech company that has shown resistance to this downward trend is Apple. Other companies such as Google and Amazon have all seen their share of downward movements as well, albeit not as much as Facebook, but they've still been down, I don't know, maybe 30%. So this overall downward market movement is one factor contributing to Facebook's stock decline. Now let's look at data regulation changes. Now, I'm not personally an expert on all this data regulation stuff, so please do your own research as well. But the main idea is that Facebook and Instagram were able to make these wildly successful ads by mining and really taking personal data from the customers, and then they make these targeted ads that are a lot more valuable. These targeted ads would have a lot more success than generic ones, and so a lot of companies were willing to spend more money on these types of ads. There's a quote from a Facebook executive saying that the new policy on iOS to not track users' data across apps would cost Facebook about $10 billion. That is quite a lot of money, and that's just from the acquiring data point of view. They also ran into a lot of regulation problems in Europe, where storing personal information about customers has a lot more strict regulations. These 2 problems are something that Facebook cannot engineer a solution around and will definitely hit their bottom line for years to come. Finally, the 3rd reason why Facebook stock is crashing is that they are investing too much money into the unproven metaverse. The metaverse is the virtual reality that Mark Zuckerberg is trying to position the company around. In theory, transitioning to this new business venture would solve the previous problem. However, the world is not quite ready to adopt the metaverse just yet. And for a company whose net profit was about $46 billion in 2021, to spend about $10 billion on this unproven metaverse and another $10 billion in future years to come is just absolutely outrageous. There were about 8.7 million Oculus Quest VR headsets sold in 2021, so it does show that it is gaining popularity, but a lot of the games, I've tried a few of them myself, they're rudimentary at best as of now. So how can the company recover from this crash? Well, they can reduce their headcount since the company is still profitable, just not at this staffing level. And the good news is that the company has already put a hiring freeze like a lot of the other big tech companies, and they are trying to get employees to leave as well. I'll end this video by telling you what my moves in the Facebook stock have been. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not legal financial advice. As I mentioned earlier, I bought a lot of shares back when the price was about $200. I haven't sold any of these shares, but I've also not bought any more shares at this lower price. If I didn't already own quite a few shares, I would have considered picking up some more shares at this lower price. Could it possibly go lower? Still, I think it still could have some downside movement, but at this point, I don't see how much lower it can go. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this video helped you, and leave a like if you liked this video at all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and see you in the next video.